goodness gracious. I wear this shirt to commemorate. Look at Mercury, y'all. And I ain't got no nails on. But look at Mercury. This is how she left us when she walked out today. So this shirt is literally here for Mercury retrograde and her bald head ass shenanigans, okay? Thank God after today, Mercury goes direct. Cause child, look at how she walked out and left us, y'all. Look at Mercury with her bullshit. And she had the nerve to find a margarita on the way out. Lord have mercy. Would you say the shirt is a mood? Thank you. Oh my gosh. So y'all, welcome to Allegedly Friday. And at least this time I know what day it is. Because baby, last time it was Wednesday, Friday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, love. Okay? But this time it's just Friday. So Lotto, she drops her announcement at 12 midnight. Child, she got a tattooed ass hand over here on her belly meat. And all of the internet was like, we know that hand. We know that tattoo. Would you say watching me with Tasha K in the background? Child, speaking of Tasha K, we're going to tap into her tonight too. Because I love the fact, hold on y'all, excuse me. I feel naked without my earrings. Excuse me. Let me get properly dressed. I love the fact that Tasha K, hey Miss Amanda, the fairy godmother, baby, how are you? I love the fact that she made herself her own breaking news, okay? She said Tasha K is selling her house to pay off Cardi B debt. And then she showed the picture of the house, the outside of the house, and the price of the house and how many bedrooms and bathrooms. And I said, baby, that's a cute house. Okay. I feel like Tasha's gearing up for something. I feel like Tasha's about to do something, and it's gonna be extra and it's gonna be unexpected. Child. Let me see. Austin, what you doing? Said I know it's been a long day. I typed out good morning. Good morning. Baby. When I tell you, y'all, I'm sitting here with these ghetto ass nails. It literally look like I'm on my way to go fight. But we ain't gonna dwell on it. Oh, child. They said that I see the DM, but baby, I get a lot of DMs. I have to go check. But yeah, that's a nice house. It looked like it was tri-level, like it was a 3-level house with the split level basement attachment. So I said, shit, Tasha ain't do nothing but let us know she been living good for a while. Like, my house is damn near worth $1 million. I'm not in, you know, your regular little rat race ass house. So I said, okay, Tasha. Now, mind you, I did not watch her make herself a part of her news cycle. So I want to tap in with Tasha, y'all. I'm going to make her first. I want to tap in with Tasha and see what's going on with her and the sale of this house and the Cardi B case. And y'all, so hold on. Before I even get into Tasha. So the gumbo is like the song that never ends, child. The gumbo. Thank you. Say welcome to Allegedly Fridays, where all things said are alleged. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and click the notification bell. Who child, the gumbo, the gumbo, the gumbo. So apparently the girl who might be family, who I guess is also Millie's cousin from all the way over there. I don't know, they probably never met each other, don't know nothing about each other, but the other cousin that might have been done wrong. Okay? They said that they found a bacteria that was so powerful that it could take you up out of here in her system. Now, she had to send off all the stool samples, y'all. Um, and it was at least about what, 5 to 6 of them, if I ain't mistaken. So she sent these off, and they found some strange space cadets in her stomach from the gumbo. Now, damn it, you know you got to really be doing your big one when you create a gumbo that is so famous that even the so-called parasites in the gumbo need to have a Love and Hip Hop moment. I told y'all that I felt a lawsuit coming on with uh, Miss Tina's gumbo. I did. And I feel like this is the beginning of the lawsuit. And child, the fact that it's a so-called alleged family member that could be related to them folks, and possibly Millie allegedly can sue because you gave her some predator germs. You gave her some unearthly spiritual germs that they have not seen in so long that they had to get specialists to come in and check and see what it was. To me, that sounds like a designer paycheck. A good lawyer can say, wait a minute, this is so rare, only 1 in 10,000 people catch it every other purple moon. Yes, I want to take this case because where the hell did you find such a prestigious, ancient stomach bug? And how many people are going to come behind this lady and sue? That's going to come up next. But first, we're going to do Tasha K's house and her making herself her own announcement for breaking news. I ain't mad at her. It is what it is. Hell, make yourself your own breaking news so that you can get paid and it get out in the algorithm. It makes sense to me. Who child? Show me Tasha K and her house up for sale to pay Cardi B. Show me Tasha K and her house up for sale to pay Cardi B. Is this a real thing or is this a media ruse? Is this a real thing or is this a media ruse? Hey, Millie the Mystic. Hey, gorgeous. How are you? Emperor and the Nine of Pentacles. So, okay, so this right here is telling me that Tasha is getting some advice in some very interesting places, some places that people may not expect her to get. But I will say this, she's very street savvy. She's smart in ways that make up for deficits 10 times over. So let's say it might be something like an ADD child or something like that. If Tasha has ADD, her street sense balances that out tenfold. Now, I don't know if she got ADD. I can't diagnose her. I didn't tell you she got it. But if that is an example of a barrier, she's definitely someone who's intelligent and street savvy, and she knows how to marry the two in the middle. The only thing she has to do is to make sure that when she's going through, an emotional time, that she stays away from the camera and that she keeps her head on her shoulders and she doesn't show her volatile emotional moments. Um, she needs to master that. Outside of that, I think she's fine. But the Emperor represents father, and it talks about lessons that she was taught by her father. Thank you for inviting 5 new members to membership. Everybody is coming into membership. Welcome to membership. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Glad I got you. So here we go. 3 of Pentacles that talks about relationships and working in tandem with people. And I feel like there are some lessons that her father has taught her, because her father possibly could be the more street savvy type energy. But I feel like there's some lessons that he taught her that are making sense right now while she's stuck and she doesn't know how to move forward. So she maneuvers, when she does, she thinks from 2 minds, if that makes sense, almost like a Gemini. So here it is. She's still looking at more collaborations when it comes to work, more contracts and negotiations, Ace of Pentacles. Uh-oh. I didn't know that my chat stopped moving. What y'all talking about? Erica Banks posting that Gumbo is fishy because she don't have beef with Henny. I didn't know that she posted the Gumbo, but Erica Banks might be posting Gumbo to see if she can trend. We'll get to that too. Okay, so she talks about how street smart her father is. Thank you for that confirmation, because her father is the first card here on the table, the Emperor. The relationship with her father, the 3rd card out, the 3 of Pentacles. And she's relying that energy, or relaying that energy, so to speak, into her work. So her father, very, very smart man. It feel like hood knowledge, but it's still knowledge. And it's going to make her a lot of money. She just has to balance it out. She has to figure out how to smooth out the edges to the advice that he gave her. But at this point, it's like it's a lot of toxicity. It's like she's willing to fight the devil. She's willing to squat up, to square up, to box with the devil. And this is the energy that I get, where it's like she's looking at all that is against her. Thank you. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. Alrighty, it says for personal readings, please email at angelkissestheoracle@gmail.com. $44 for a 30-minute reading, $88 for a 60-minute reading, $111 for an ancestral reading, and $250 for a criminal aid reading with a 3-hour time frame. Thank you. Heavenly Father, give that back to her tenfold. So I just left happy out with y'all. Sorry in advance for the typos. Okay, well, I'll meet you in the middle. So the house is real. Yeah, the house is real nice. So we got the Page of Pentacles here. And it's like Tasha's about to go in a very interesting place mentally and business-wise. Like she's willing to sacrifice, to lay some things to rest for bigger purposes with business. So it's like, here it is, Queen of Cups, which is following your intuition. Plus she is a Pisces, so she would be a Queen of Cups. She's ready to fight. So it's not what people think. She's being strategic. This is the art of war. Yeah, people want her to walk away, 2 of Cups. They're trying to cut her off from opportunities and advantages to force her to walk away. But she keeps manifesting, her and her husband. So it's very interesting how this is working, because it's like you know, she's decided that she's ready to get on her tactical gear, strap up, and fight this situation back. Um, but she has to be very, very careful to balance the masculine energy, because it's like the way that she talks to her father, the way that she, translates the knowledge into her mind is masculine, and you have to be a masculine energy to make money. But going off into this new energetic frequency that we're in, you have to balance your energy, because we're going off into a lot of feminine energy now that is going to be the forefront of money. So do not be surprised, and this is unrelated to Tasha K. This is just in general, me channeling, just telling you this. Do not be surprised if women are the archetypes who are now the new boss, the new money makers in the home, and you now have more stay-at-home fathers, because it's like the women are now the frequency for abundance. And that's just the way that it is. We're leaving out of a patriarchy into a matriarchy. With that being said, women have to be more accountable for their bad behavior and how they carry themselves, because now they will be the new men, and they will be handled accordingly. They will have to face judgment accordingly. So just pay attention to that. It's about to be some shifts. And you're going to really see this over the next, I want to say, 3 to 5 years. So you got the Nine of Wands here, which talks about, you might lose the battle, but you can win the war. And this is falling under the Father's card, the Emperor, which is, he's telling her how to play chess, how to mentally play chess, how to fight back, what to sacrifice for a bigger win. And that's what I'm looking at here. What to sacrifice for a bigger win. So it's not being looked at as her, trying to sell something to hurry up and get Cardi off her back. It's a strategy. I'm going to renegotiate, and I'm going to sacrifice somebody for a bigger win. Would you say the gumbo needs to phone home like E.T.? Lord have mercy. Well, it's alleged gumbo, child, because I don't care what nobody say. That looks like beef bouillon that is in the base of that soup type meal. If you've ever made an actual roux, it has a total different look. It shines, it glistens due to the oil that is in the base of the roux. It was no shine and no glisten to that. It just looked wet like beef broth. Yeah. Trying to figure out how to move forward. So it's like Tasha may have felt stuck for a minute, but it's like she's figuring out creative ways how to move forward. Would you say that's some French onion soup? Baby, it do look like French onion soup with some pulled chicken. Someone who tasted from Louisiana said the broth tastes like beef. I'm telling you, I'm looking at it. It's a difference between a roux, a loose roux, a blonde roux, a chocolate roux, a red roux, and what looks to appear to be a, a bouillon. That looks like a beef bouillabaisse. I know when I see a bouillon, bouillons have a very bright, in the United States. I don't know what other countries have, but in the United States use a lot of dye. And you can tell what the artificial color looks like if you're used to cooking, because a lot of these different bouillons take on a bright, unnatural color. Like chicken has a very yellow-like undertone. Beef is super chocolate. Is like if you boil down actual beef, it doesn't look that way. Yes, it's a very distinctive look. Thank you. Said she should have stuck with the ice cream coffee. Yeah, I don't think ice cream and coffee would have, sent people to the health department. It would have sent them to the bathroom with extra Charmin for sure. Because, baby, let me tell you something. Ice cream and some coffee, you going to go to the damn bathroom. But you won't be going to the health department. So the 16 to 18 hours, that was very alarming. It's alarming because ain't nobody ever done it. Ain't nobody gonna stand up for a whole entire day to make some pulled pork looking gumbo. That's no ma'am. And it's extra juicy and sloppy and it looks like beef stew. That didn't take you no 16, 18 hours. If it did, we need to gather up everybody involved and press charges so that y'all never come out here and do this again. Said I feel like Matthew was the actual cook of the family. That would be interesting. Not porta potty pulled pork. I'm done. Said that much cooking would turn into mush. Right. See, come on now. First of all, let me tell you something with seafood, okay? When you make your seafood gumbo, like things like shrimp and stuff like that, you put that in at the very end of making the gumbo because you can overcook the shrimp and it get to a certain point where they can get either rubbery or mushy. So you mean to tell me with crab, shrimp, I ain't no telling what all was supposed to be in there. I don't know. It didn't really look like it was in there, but I'm just spectating. But you mean to tell me, well, what we saw that was in there, you cooked that for 16 to 18 hours. Like, do you know how a crab shell, if it's in the water for too long boiling, how it will get flimsy and rubbery and you can't even break the damn shell no more because you overboiled it? And now no more flavor is in the seafood because you boiled that out too? Say Mama Tita's flavored iced tea would have done just fine gumbo in the heat. Listen, we know you ain't supposed to go out there in that hot heat and eat gumbo. And for those of y'all that watch me, if you're from overseas, if you don't know what I'm talking about, okay? You know how they say oil and water don't mix? Guess what go in a roux? You got seasoning, flour, oil, and water. So if oil and water don't mix, and you take your ass out there in that hot sun with that oil and water that don't mix, and now you getting hot and your stomach is like a lava lamp and is bubbling. Okay? You're going to be sick on both ends. That's all I'm going to say. Because that's how you make a roux. It starts off with oil and flour. You're browning the oil and flour, and then you have to either add water or you're adding some type of like some kind of stock. At this point, like people usually add their stock, chicken stock or seafood stock or beef stock. You add the stock. It literally is oil and water with some flour. And depending on how much oil was used versus how much flour was used is what's usually going to win the fight. Now, oil is definitely going to, in my opinion, win the fight because once that flour get to where it gets to, it's going to sit still. But that oil is going to run around and it's going to be like the what do you call it? The derby, when people be skating in the derby, it's going to be like that. That oil is going to be flying around your stomach. And God forbid you drink something carbonated, or you drink some alcohol, or you have something that's fermented. We're talking about the fair, where you could go and eat some fried pickles, and then you go get you a margarita, and like all these other things on top of what's already not working in your stomach. That's right. Intestines doing a percolator. Yes. Says she should have paid some people who know how to cook fire gumbo. I crave gumbo, and I don't really like too many people gumbo. Um, I just I had somebody from Texas explain this to me earlier, and it kind of makes some sense to me. Just follow along. They said that the rodeo actually used to be in March, and it would end in April. It would start the beginning of March and end in April, where it's cooler outside. It's respectable temperatures, but it can be anywhere from 50 degrees on up, depending on what is, it feels like that week due to what's going on with the temperature. So just imagine if the rodeo is supposed to usually be like starting off around 50 degrees. 50 degrees ain't gonna make you sick. 50 degrees is actually perfect weather for gumbo. But now that you see that we've got these heightened temperatures and people walking around eating this in the heat, you see exactly why folks don't eat gumbo when it's hot. You're not supposed to. Says stealing souls and giving parasites. You said they gonna be in the bathroom for days. Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. Yes, funnel cakes. Like those things have grease, but it's more carbs than it is grease. It's not enough oil in those flash fried things to slide around your stomach. But that gumbo, and see, I love y'all in membership because we tapped into this. And I got to say, allegedly, 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 the transport of the gumbo is what did it. And it had turned, allegedly. And somebody didn't want to throw it out, allegedly. Welcome to membership. Yeah, somebody didn't want to throw it out, allegedly, because they wanted to make their money. And they took a chance. To all of y'all that are not accustomed to making certain types of cuisines, especially when you're talking about Creole food, please learn why they cook things in certain seasons. Please learn why you got gumbo and etouffee and things like that in the winter, but seafood boils and potato salad, and potato salad carried throughout the year, but you got seafood boils and other things for when it gets hot outside. They do that on purpose because it's so hot down there. We're talking about 110, 120 degrees, and it's pure humidity. So they can't afford to eat certain things in humidity that's going to have them literally sick for possibly a week or two. Says she should have done jambalaya and rice and left it at that. I think if she would have done seafood boils and jambalaya and rice, that would have went over better because it's got a better shelf life. Now, wish she would have charged them for a small amount, child, it probably would have still made us mad. Said it can even spoil on your stomach. Yes, it can. That's the point that I was talking about. All that oil and it's running around like a lava lamp in your stomach. You walking in that heat, and it's literally curdling on your stomach in the heat because of the oil. And then you add the meats and the seafood on top of it. Said maybe red beans and rice. Yeah, things that don't have that oil-based root. Not $150 for the red beans and rice. Child, they will whoop that damn stand down. Right. Said she ain't want to buy that seafood. She was already giving out shit. Baby, when that girl said she was eating, and she put that spoon in there about 3, 4 times, and all she kept pulling out was shrimp tails. I said, not the shrimp ass. You just keep pulling out shrimp tails. Oh my Lord. Like, child, we not supposed to see shrimp tails and shells unless you cooking you cooking them down in some water so that you can make your own seafood bouillon. Why are the shells, the whole shrimp asses in this po baby's $25 cup of beef seafood broth and souffle? Like, why is that in her? Why is that in her cup? It tells no shrimp bodies. They sure didn't have no shrimp bodies. Lord have mercy. Yes, I heard that Solange's son gave it a 7, which is funny as shit because you ain't cut your grandma no corners. And y'all got to understand, he probably was being nice when he gave her the 7, which is even funnier. First of all, let's tap in. Hold on, let me clear my table. Let's tap in on Jewel's giving his grandma's gumbo a 7. Was it an honest 7? Was it an honest 7? Or was he sparing her? Because that's as low as I'm going to go for the media purposes. Child, I mean, she could have did some spicy ramen bowls with a couple of damn shrimp. Where's the yakameen? Why you ain't selling no yakameen this time of year? You know, that's the hangover soup. Who? Did he mean that it was, you said, I see a 7.9 and a 7. Did he mean his score? Now he went from an 8 to a 7.9. Jesus. Did he mean his score, or was he being nice because it was his grandma? The Magician and the Page of Swords. Y'all, come on now. I can't take this. So this was his way of helping to generate people watching her algorithm and to get the advertisement out. Not him not giving her a 10 out of 10 to help push the narrative. He like, look now, I done the best I can do. Child, what? 9 of Pentacles. Now you on your own. You know, I offered to help you do your marketing. Now you on your own. This a shady grandbaby, allegedly. You notice Blue Ivy ain't told you shit. So Page of Cups, excuse me, 6 of Cups. Y'all, him and his grandma ain't as, they not around each other as much as people would think. Said they need to send Keith Lee to the gumbo stand. Baby, Keith Lee from Detroit. He ain't going over there after you done got the health department involved. Now, if Keith Lee end up over there after the health department, I'm going to literally be done with Keith Lee. Because, child, I doubt if he going to go over there for the bubble guts. High Priestess and the Strength. And I'm going to leave it at this. I wouldn't eat a pack of crackers if she opened it. I would not. High Priestess and the Strength card. And I'm asking about how your grandson felt about your food. Grandson spilling the tea on you. He said, look, I'm going to help you to generate, in the algorithm, get your word out there, get your name out there. But we don't really mess with each other like that. I ain't really seen you in a long time. You want me to do what with who? Here, take what you can get. Jewel said 10 out of 10 would not recommend. Child. Yeah, it's not to say he don't love his grandma, but it's like they're not as close as people think that they are. Um, and in Jewel's, y'all, and I'm channeling this. Jewel's attitude and his grandmother's attitude is not far different from each other. So it's like they both give each other hell. Um, Tina don't want to mess with her grandson. I'm gonna tell you that. Because grandson is not moldable the way she would like him to be. He got some spice to him. He is Solange's child the long way. Very stubborn when he fixes his mind to something. So, temperance, the balance through a new beginning. That goes back to what I just got with they don't really kick it like that. That's my grandma and I love her, would not. But we don't all really talk like that. So there's a separation of some kind, feels like a tension of some kind, to where we family, but it's like it's y'all over there and us over here. If that makes sense. And it's not that he got beef with nobody, but it's like he feels in his own mind, he feels like he sees the bullshit. So why does he look like Joanne the scammer? Because his grandma looked like Joanne the scammer. Have you looked at his grandma? Him and his grandma practically got the same features. So I remember when the book came out and her treatment towards Solange was highlighted. Jewel showed public support for his mother. Okay, so that makes sense. Said based on Mama Tina book, she did not treat Solange the way she treated Beyonce. I mean, shit, we didn't need the book to see that. If you were around for the early Destiny Child and you saw some of those videos when they were little, you felt like Solange was the child under the steps. Like, I remember seeing a video where they were rehearsing and Solange wanted to sing, and they told Solange in so many words, I'm paraphrasing, they told her to shut the hell up because Beyonce was singing. And I was kind of floored because I said, well, damn, they can't both sing? They can't sing together? Like, everybody can't damn sing? I could see if Solange couldn't sing, if she didn't have any talent. But it just seemed weird that they would stop her from singing. Like literally cut Solange off to tell her sister trying to sing. So she probably got on Solange's nerves when she was pregnant with him. I don't know, baby, but that baby looked like his grandma for sure. They have the same bone structure. That Creole magic is strong with them. So, Angel, did you see Brandy's new music video in the bathtub? Nothing bad, just running water and singing in the tub. Pissed me off. R.I.P. Whitney. I haven't watched it, babe. I really haven't. Said that's why I don't get why Solange over there making altars and fighting people in the elevator. Because that's still her sister. Yes, I believe Solange is very talented as well. That's still her sister. And y'all got to remember, family business eventually, when you really love your family, because everybody don't. But when you really love your family, family business over street business, family business over show business. So, we know of Joanne because of her public, persona. But she grew up with Joanne. She knows her the long way. She knows her in ways that we could never know her. And that would really show why she's doing so much to protect her. And I believe that was in Mama Tina's book too. Angel B, I'm gonna get to that, baby. We talked about that at the beginning. So I love Solange music and creative eye. She's the one gifted naturally, creatively, in my opinion. Says Solange is very talented. I agree with y'all. Um, King of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. Y'all, it's something weird going on where there's a major shift here. Some things literally have to be paid to rest. Wow. Says she can act too. Goodness, 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 goodness. Um, y'all, it's kind of interesting with this. I don't want to touch the situation with what's her name, Alicia Keys, Swish Beats, and the little girl because she's not 18, and I usually don't touch children unless it's criminal investigations. I'm trying to see what I can do. Hold on. I can spiritually interview the energy around the parents. That's what I'll do. I'll ask the energy. I'll ask for the energy around the parents. And that way we leave the child out of the energy. Show me, are Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys allowing this little girl to do substances and go to adult industry parties? Are they allowing her to do substances and go to adult industry parties? Is her mother telling the truth? Ooh, Five of Cups. There's even more that's about to come out. This is going to lead to a lot of regret and shame. It's going to affect a lot of opportunities for them as a couple. So if they were trying to conduct business right now, even though I know they're supposedly allegedly heading for divorce, it seems like more information can come out. It depends on how far the mom wants to take this. Um, damn, Page of Cups. It's like they really don't have strong communication, but somebody's going to be sorry and it's going to be lots of regret. And it feels like this accusation is just like the beginning. They want to hurry up and close this cycle before people look further into this. Once again, everything I'm saying is for entertainment purposes only. All things said are allegedly for Allegedly Fridays. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot going on with trying to make sure that they can control the algorithm and narrative, because it's like look at how big the stack is that wants to come out, but I'm trying to get a definitive answer versus a whole story. Okay. So yeah, they're sorry that this came out because it affects their opportunities and future business to come that is attached to the relationship. And yeah, Judgment and the Moon. Yeah, it's like they're gonna face judgment for things that we're not even hearing about, because at the end of the day, they're trying to protect the income, the money for the family. So it doesn't look like the mother is lying at all. It looks like they have to protect the family's name and wealth while they're in the middle of a divorce and people are trying to lock in deals for work. Yeah, they have to protect the stability of the marriage. So expect these two to look more married, more in love, more as a unit, more as a family, because they want to avoid whatever the retribution is from the court. So I don't think the mother lied. I just don't think that we're going to get the rest of the information publicly. This feels like they're going to do whatever they can, blood, sweat, tears, you name it, to keep things from being in the press. Hey, Nene. Says Swish and Alicia stay hanging with Jay-Z and Beyonce, so we know how this will go. True child. Well, I don't see that the mother is lying. I just see that they have more influence and more power than she does, and they got to protect their brand. That's what this feels like. So, oh, have mercy. Trying to figure out what deck I'm about to use. All right, we're going to tap into Lotto and 21 Savage. Now, Lotto put out her announcement for new music and her pregnancy announcement. I told y'all that pregnancies could be used as a rollout, and it looks like she's using her pregnancy as a rollout. The hand on her belly, everybody is going back like, I recognize those tattoos, child. I know who that is. See, y'all were looking at the hand on her belly. I was looking at her hand with the rings, okay? It looked like that was the left hand. She had a ring here, she had a ring here. But the ring she had here looked like an engagement ring, but it couldn't go here, okay? So y'all go look at that ring yourself and tell me what y'all think about it. But that looks like, when Trina said we gonna have this commitment ceremony, even though her man was already committed in a marriage to somebody else. Y'all, if you go back, you remember that when she was dealing with a certain basketball player and people used to get her lips tattooed on her neck, on their neck, excuse me. Said that was her right hand and his left ring finger. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for that. Either way, that ring, it looked like an engagement ring that couldn't go here. But thank you for giving me that. When I saw that, I said, now, Kenya Martin, thank you. I saw that and I said, now I could be tripping, but you're showing his, that makes even more sense. You're showing his hand and your hand, but that's the hand that's supposed to belong to somebody else in matrimony. Child, this is ooh. This is ooh. This is kind of messy. Yeah. That part. So let's see. Lotto and 21 Savage and the baby announcement. Child, the devil. 5 of Wands. See, this is why you don't go by what you see, honey. This is why you don't go by what you see. This is why nobody is couple goals for me. This is why nobody is couples goals for me. Because I don't care how happy people look, you don't know what they're going through. And truly happy people don't have to show you that they're happy. They don't have to take their relationship and drag it all across the internet for you to know that it's locked in and it's secure and they're happy. But the devil and the 5 of Wands, child, what? Millie the Mystic, baby, what you got on that one? Now, I saw that the person that she's pregnant by can be very controlling and obsessive, and bam, here we go. 7 of Wands. So, for all of y'all that said the wife liked the post, okay, let me show you something. Don't think that that wife just agreeing to some shit and she think that this is cute and, oh, y'all got a baby and we yah joy luck sister club bullshit. Do not sit here and think that that wife just liked that damn picture for the sake of liking that picture. This is a card of self-defense and standing up for yourself. This is a card of somebody that's a toxic tyrant. Says she wanted a baby for a while now, but I don't know if she wants it like this. Right. Right. So this right here is showing me that he has a side to him that she hasn't seen. Okay? And it doesn't make him a bad person. It's just, it's like, it's a light bulb that clicks when you're locked in. Children mean you're locked in. You're never going to be able to escape the fact that we have a child together. You're locked in. And it's like a certain energy enters the room when he knows that it's permanent. He's definitely someone. Eight of Cups. So Eight of Cups is literally walking away from a situation after a situation drags on and drags on and drags on and drags on. Okay, so he's a Scorpio. Okay. So he's a Scorpio, of course he's controlling. And that means that he keeps a great mental log and he goes back and he can be petty. Said having your first child with someone else's husband with multiple baby mamas is sad. Child. He practices Ifa. So that makes sense. That makes sense because if he practices Ifa and he considers you being locked in because you have children, that means that he looks at her as one of his other wives because the actual marriage comes from copulating and not the piece of paper. I want y'all to follow me. And her having the child is the physical manifestation of them being locked in. Okay? I'm not going to call this poly because poly people all take pictures together. I think that the baby mama knows him and knows how to handle him better than she does. And the baby mama knows how to handle him in a way to where she can keep him in line better than Lotto can. She knows that Lotto is about to face something. She's about to have an awakening that she's not ready for. What I say is that she's not ready for. Five of Cups, regret, humiliation, attached to somebody that you love with all your heart. So Lotto loved this man, y'all. She don't just love him. She's in love. This is the manifestation of Beyonce's Dangerously in Love. Like, I don't care, what my mama say, what my daddy say. Like, you can't tell her nothing. She loves this man. And it feels like she's going to face some heartbreak and some hardships attached to love. What I say? Heartbreak. There we go. The world. This cycle is going to end in heartbreak. But you can't tell her anything because this is what she considers her soulmate, the love of her life. So it's a lot going on in this cycle, y'all. Somebody's going to walk away from this cycle and it's going to pop off. I mean, like stepping into a landmine barefoot and boom. This is going to pop off. Why is this going to pop off? What's happening? Why is this going to pop off? Ten of Swords tried to pop out. That's a betrayal you can't come back from. Why is this about to pop off? You almost gave me a Ten of Swords. Wounded Warrior. Okay, Wounded Warrior. This is, oh, Jesus. This is something that can drag on, and this is something that can affect everything that she's ever really fought for, worked for. And that makes a lot of sense because right now she's independent. So there's no more label. Every dollar counts now. Knight of Wands. It looked like he's still popping it. He's still doing him. Two of Swords. So now, okay, don't tell me you giving the Cardi ultimatums. If you cheat now, I'm going to leave you. I'm going to break up with you. Y'all, this man, he's already married. Okay, they're in a relationship. You see these two getting married? He has no plans on actually marrying her. He's getting everything he wants out of her, allegedly. Conflict in communication when he's still cheating and they're still not getting married. Queen of Swords. She gonna finally start speaking up, popping her shit, especially when it comes to money. And this is gonna be a negative situation for her, because I don't think she understands who and what she's dealing with. He's beyond her. Um, he's really beyond her level of understanding, and not mentally but spiritually. Okay, let's draw a line there. It's not like she doesn't meet him where he's at mentally. It's spiritually she's not where he is. Queen of Swords is someone that can cut into you, cuss you out, all of that. And see, that means nothing to him. He actually gets off on it. He kind of likes the toxicity, allegedly. But he's got everything the way that he wants it. It's already in place the way that he wants it. She doesn't understand that she's not going to have the upper hand by having a child with him. And see, y'all got to get out of that he spoils her, because I see that comment. You got to get out of that he spoils her. Sometimes a man will give you things to control you because it locks you into a place so that you have a reason to not go anywhere. The more you're dependent on him, the more you need him, the more he can go out and do what he wants to do if he's a toxic individual. Now, let's give a shout out to all the good men out there, because not everybody's going to do that. But somebody that likes control, somebody that doesn't operate well without control, they're going to put you in a position to where you need them, and then you got to do what they say because you need them. This feels like that type of energy. I don't think she understands what she's getting off into. See, when it's fun and you're the escape, and y'all meet up places and hook up, it's all cool. But being anchored in and having children changes the dynamic, because now you're permanent, which makes you attached to responsibility. And when you're attached to responsibility, you're no longer fun. I have to be bothered with you. This is no longer about me getting my rocks off anymore. So it's like the dynamic changes in a way that she doesn't expect. And that doesn't mean that he doesn't care about her, but it does mean that this is a toxic situation through and through. And how did he get her? Money. Judgment. Her dark night of the soul is going to be the same thing that attached her to this relationship. Money. He's going to control her allegedly through money. This is going to be her judgment, because as she recovers from that baby and she wants to spend more time at home with her baby and bond with her baby, she's going to be missing shows. She's going to want to be out here and be like, no, baby, stay at home. I got you. I'm going to take care of this and I'm going to take care of that. But this is more so what he wants. He wants her to fall back. And then he goes out and he gets the next her. That's right. Them gifts don't equate to love. Right. Page of Wands. So it's like things are going to shift between them. that are eventually going to end things as they know it. And it doesn't mean it's just going to end the relationship as they know it, but the dynamic as they know it is going to change, because she's going to meet a different side of him once she has his baby. It stops being cute once it becomes permanent. And then having children can be more permanent than marriage, because there's no way to divorce parenthood outside of somebody leaving this earth. So it's like, now that he got her locked in, it's more so he gets his way, because he's ahead of her spiritually. She learns from him. It's almost like a father type energy. She learns from him. So if she walks away from him, she's going to be broke, because the music is not selling at this moment like it used to. She's not charting the way she used to. And she's got to make sure that she can bounce back after she has this baby, because you cannot guarantee what your body is going to do after you have a baby. Some people get right up and it's no big deal. They're fine. They recuperate within a few days. Some people are down for like a year and a half. And it's not even about the age. It's about your body. Everybody heals different. So, child, I'm seeing a lot of disappointment on this table. Um, I wish her well with the baby. I wish the baby good health. But there's about to be some dynamic shifts in this relationship that she does not expect once she has this baby. And she's going to want more out of him. And she's going to be disappointed as a baby mama. Two of Swords. Like, I ain't signed up for this. If I knew it was going to be this, and this, I wasn't going to do this. But, child, it's too late. The baby's already here. Heartbreak, the Three of Swords in the world. Give me something under that. Five of Wands, Six of Pentacles. So the same man who was giving you everything you wanted, who was spoiling you, can become selfish. Y'all fighting over money because you need a certain amount of money to live. And it starts off really cute. You get what you want. But if the relationship ends, and we're talking about if the relationship ends, she gonna fight from sea to shining sea to get some money, because it feels like, he know how to move his money around, and his money is more liquid and street than she is, really thinking about. And she's not gonna get what she wants out of him the way she thinks she's gonna get it out of him, because he's way smarter than she expects. It's like when going into a situation, he in his mind navigates the exit. So he already has it in his head how he's going to walk away and preserve himself before he walks into a situation. So you got a wish fulfillment that comes out of work. So it's like right now her wish fulfillment is like focusing on work, because she's going through a lot. Like, it's a labor of love for her to get this project out before the baby is due, and to probably try to do a show or two, and to try to pull off, a Cardi child, and do what she got to do pregnant, before she got to sit down. So, maternity is the new rollout. But I see that she's going to want to reject him if he decides that he still want to be out here in the street. But I don't see him changing the dynamic in their relationship anytime soon. And this is why the baby mama, this is why his wife doesn't really care about how things go. Because at the end of the day, she's still the wife. She's still in control, and everybody got to fall in line. So it's like she's looking at everything that she's invested in this situation. And King of Wands, he still gets around. He's still doing him. He's still out here. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Hold on. Hold on, child. The King of Wands. Yeah, what? Hold on. What is 21 Savage sign? Can somebody give me 21 Savage sign? Because I feel like I fell into something. I feel like I fell into something. I don't want to be in it. He's a Libra. Oh, I fell into something. I fell into something. Okay. All I'm gonna say is this. There's a fire sign lurking around here. Okay, put a pin in this. This will be important later. Fire sign male lurking around somewhere in this story. Would you say Neo Tarot says she's with someone else? Child, Neo Tarot ain't off from where I said the last time. There's another person here in this story that is not public, that is not being mentioned. Y'all, they playing in our face. Now I'm getting even more so now why his wife liked the picture and they but still in all, whoever she's dealing with is not what she thinks. This is a control mechanism. Five of Swords, conflict in communication. Anytime she wants to talk to this person about investments, what they invest in this relationship, money, it's like I got you locked in now. So now you do what I say. You don't run this shit no more. You ain't going nowhere, no way. And they'll make sure that she looks good when we see her, but her control in this situation is null and void. Okay, behind the scenes, money ain't money in the way you think it is. Judgment. And this person knows that her career is not where it needs to be. And between that and this baby, they're going to use it to their advantage. Because this is all about control. Baby, no love cards are on this table. My only cups are a 8 of cups and a 5 of cups. Don't love me like that, okay? Please don't love me like that. Yes, this is her first baby. Those are the worst cups you can get on the table. Oh, and I got a 4 of cups. I got the trifecta. The worst cups you can get on the table for love. Humiliation, rejection, and walking away. Child. Said these young ladies got to stop giving away their power and independence. Here's the thing. If you can be in the same room as a man that is a multimillionaire, that means you have all these other opportunities once you get in that room to become a multimillionaire. And that does not mean that you got to lay up and stay up to have a baby by me, baby, and be a millionaire. You can use your brain. You can walk around, talk to people, build some relationships, and learn from the best on how to structure your business ideas and make money. And then make your money make money. Said Lotto and her love triangle. Child, child. This a mess. Things are about to Like, when is she due? Like, is she due in Gemini and Cancer season? Because it feels like she's due literally between Gemini to Cancer season. You said 50 been tricking people for years with that lie. Oh my gosh. I mean, I feel for her because it's like, she just dropped this video. She out here showing you like, label, no label, I'm still working. Um, but this backstory is not what she thinks it is. Like, this person is very controlling and they use their money and their influence to control. Six of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. Like, this is toxic and chaotic. This you losing money dealing with this situation. You feel ostracized, like wanting to walk away because you feel like you're ass out at this point. Said that explains the May 29th release. Yeah, that would be in just enough time to be out before she has her baby. Because I feel like the baby is supposed to be born between Gemini to Cancer season, like June. Child, no ma'am. All my tarot people, I'm going to hold this up and I'm going to let you tell me what this says to you. See, this is why I don't come on this camera with my nails all undone. Because things be happening. You see this? The Empress, the Five of Cups, and look at what's up under the Five of Cups. The King of Wands. Now, I'm going to wait and read what y'all got to say. What y'all get out of this? Anybody that reads tarot, what y'all get out of this? You said only new girl I seen drop a baby and keep going is Mana Leo. But once again, Mana Leo's married. Mana Leo don't just have a baby daddy, honey. She got a husband. She living a good life. Aja? Siren? Would somebody say sucks to be her? Not somebody said they saw Jay-Z like and unlike her post. Said it's giving baby after being, hold on. It's giving baby after being in hot girl summer energy. Child, look. I ain't gonna say what this say. All I'm gonna say is that is a hell of a disappointment attached to a moment, attached to somebody who should possibly be a moment. Hold on, what'd you say? Tarot Destiny says she's going to be sad and upset by this dude. Yes. Single mom in her future. Said I did see that. It's a pure misery while after pregnancy. Said who is jealous of Lotto? I had my first child with my husband. Baby. That's what I said. Mana Leo, she's not a baby mama. She's a wife. She had her baby with her husband. And child, that damn wedding ceremony was gorgeous. It was the pinkest, sparkliest situation I've seen in a long time. Oh, Marla Marie. Yeah, for the most part, I see y'all picking up what I don't want to put down. Yeah, Mana Leo is spiritually in tune. I agree. Said a blog page hinted that she will be coming out with another song soon, making an apology to Nicki and some other stuff. Child, hold on. Let me clear the table. Let me clear the table. What the shit? Let's read the energy of this alleged, imaginary, soon to be real song, allegedly. Only in retrograde can you get Mercury walking away after she did all of this with a drink in her hand. So this feels like this would happen during Mercury retrograde for sure. Because we still got a shadow period for what, like another 2-3 weeks? Who, come on. Show me the energy around Lotto apologizing to Nikki. Is it genuine? Is this for marketing? What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? Whew. Excuse me. Mercy, y'all. What's the deal? Knight of Pentacles. It feels like it's been a long time coming. Also, this talks about things moving slower than she expected. Money coming in is steady, is consistent, but it's not enough. Heartbreak. So things have not been as Lotto expected them to be. It ended up being a lot harder out here than she expected with these labels. She's trying to keep a lot of things quiet and hidden to keep her anonymity, keep her business to herself about how she conducts business. Possibly a new company that she may have created to further her career once, you know, she lost her deal. So it seems like, you know, her being pregnant, the Empress and the Six of Swords. This feels like her being pregnant makes her want to get away from toxicity and go off into, you know, calmer energy. I no longer want to fight. I don't want to be out here doing the most. I don't want to be petty. You know, I don't want to do this back and forth defending myself. So her becoming a mother is changing her outlook on how she looks at the way she deals with people and some of the things she's done. It's already making her mature and push her in a different direction. And it's like she juggled with this apology. You know, she went back and forth within herself with this apology. And it's like I have so much invested, you know, right now. I'm sowing so many seeds. It's like she's waiting to see how things are going to manifest. Um, it's like she knows she needs to get her rest, but she's worried about if her career is going to be stalled out, if it's at a hiatus right now because of her walking away from the label. Well, hell, the label pushing her out, however you want to see it. Is this going to be a hiatus to her career, or is she going to be able to bounce back? Six of Wands. So it's like she's like, I invested, you know, well. I should be able to move forward swiftly and professionally. So this is telling me she's thinking more like a business person now. She's thinking more like a businesswoman, looking at the bigger picture. Since she had this baby, she's thinking about investing. She's thinking about how to make her money, make money, and how to maintain, not just maintain, but upgrade her income now that she's having this baby. And it's starting to make Nikki make more sense. It's like, damn, I am about to have this baby. I got a life that I got to be responsible for. Like, I really got to grind now. I'm about to be a mom. So it's forcing her to look at life different and to grow up. Queen of Pentacles, child, she's ready to step her money up. She's ready to be a wife. She's been praying. She's been thinking a lot about God. So this baby has been a healing energy, even though it feels like it's a lot of energy attached to the situation. On the other side of it, that's going to make her feel like, what the hell did I get into? It's changing everything, because it's like, okay, now I'm a mom. I got to look at life different. I'm about to be a mom. I got to look at life different. The Tower. Yeah, her foundation. King of Swords. Like everything in her life has flipped upside down since she got pregnant. It's like she's thinking about a family. She's thinking about stability. She's thinking about future plans. She's changing a lot of her outlook. The way that she moves is all changing because she knows she's about to be a mom, and she's got her soulmate, and she's ready to move on. So this is her way of walking into motherhood and adulthood and womanhood. It's like she feels like becoming a mother is making her understand what it truly is to become a woman. Would you say, did Lotto's mom marry a man she was a mistress to first? I don't know anything about that. I believe she's married to Lotto's father, but Lotto's mom had her very young. I want to say maybe 15, 16 years old. Said they are all starting to see if these label heads only use them for their agendas. Said right, and she was saying that Nikki was stopping her bag. Said when Lotto had a lead, Blick Blick was the reference track. Laughing my ass off. How sad it took a baby for her not to be a shitty person. Yikes. Well, I mean, not everybody changes for the better having a baby. I'm gonna tell you that. Like it's like the baby is making her grow up and look at life in a different way. Some people have a baby and be back, out throwing that ass in a circle 2 days later, like they're not still healing from having a baby. So, to see her in this mindset and the baby's not even here yet, this means that she wants to really be a good mom. So I give her that. Two of Swords, the Death card. So it's like, something had to end for something to begin. She had to cut off certain energy. She's separating herself from a lot of people because it's like she's going through her dark night of the soul, because her career is moving a lot slower than it has in a long time. But it's like I'm building from the ground floor up. So it's like now that she's independent, she's looking at Nikki like, damn, you do a lot of this on your own. How do you get this done? You a wife, you a mother, damn, I'm about to be a mother. I want to be a wife. How do I balance all this shit? I actually want to be like you when I grow up. Damn, the high priestess and the moon. Whole lots of secrets. So it's like when Nikki talked to her, Nikki gave her game. She told her all kind of stuff that didn't make sense until it did. And now that she's pregnant, some of these things are starting to make sense. And some of these things are aligning. And she's like, damn, you gave me you gave me gems. You gave me jewels, and I didn't even realize what you were telling me. I get it now. So she's realizing that Nikki was telling her the truth. Um, Here it is. She's also, it's like she's limiting the messages, and like she's going through, how do I say this? It's like rebranding, remarketing, growth spurt, trying to figure out who she is, balance through a new beginning, while at the same time trying to shed the toxic energy so she can be better by the time her baby gets here. You got the Two of Pentacles and you got the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, she still look like money. She's comfortable, but it's like the money is not as comfortable as it used to be. She's juggling to keep that wealth, but she feel like she got the love of her life now. Y'all, it's a mess to this. I just said it's a mess to this. Anxiety due to some heavy burdens that you feel like you can't get from out of. Something that you invested in that you thought you could walk away from. You thought it was over. Conflict in communication. Want to lay it to rest. It's almost like she's trying to get ahead of a narrative before somebody says something, before something comes out. Yeah, wanting to heal, getting a rest, wanting to heal. She has hope. And it's like she's really, really seeing herself as a wife, okay? Stability, um, engaged. Like, I got my man, I'm in love, we're about to have a baby. Like, she really wants that type of life. But hangman, something attached to her wish fulfillment she's gonna realize, like, wait a minute, this is not moving forward the way I expected. I'm channeling Anita Baker, no longer living lies in paradise. My fairy tale has ended. So that whole song was talking about, going into situations, being whimsical and thinking about how you wanted things to be versus how they actually are. My fairy tale has ended. Put something on this Two of Cups. Something on this Two of Cups. Something on this Two of Cups. Okay, so the Fool. She's going to realize that she's been really foolish in the way that she's handled some situations, but I don't think that's going to make a difference until right after she has this baby. Yeah, the Hermit mode. Um, and it seems like, she's going to have this baby, and a lot is going to register to her, and she's going to want to start being more quiet, separating herself, being more private. She's going to go from showing things to falling back. The Unicorn. Damn. Three of Pentacles in reverse. And I don't even do reversals in my deck. I let them hit the table and turn in reverse. But who she believed in was the Unicorn. If I leave this way, once again, no longer living lies in paradise. My fairy tale is ended. We're never getting married. She really wants to get married. She has this whole thing planned out in her head. The perfect house, the children. She got her man. We got our family, and you got your babies. And I ain't gonna say this man don't care about you. Babies? Did I say that with an S? So she about to start popping them out back to back. This ain't gonna be the only one, allegedly. And I'm looking at this death card, and there's multiple babies like over here. So something may come to an end after having more than one child. They might make it to a second child, and then it comes to an end. Um, well, she won't more than one child, y'all. She does. So I'm not gonna be surprised. I'm not gonna be surprised because she wants to be a mom. She wants a family. She wants a traditional life. She wants multiple children. Okay, so I would not be surprised if she has at least one more before everything is said and done. Because I don't see her just having this one. It's like if she's not careful. Now, mind you, energy is subjective, and she might, take some extra precautions. But if she's not careful and she doesn't take those extra precautions, she's going to have some Irish twins. For those of y'all that don't know what that means, Irish twins means you have at least two children within the same year. Possibly have that baby and be pregnant again within a month or two. So she has to be very careful because she's going to be very, very, very fertile. And before she can get comfortable thinking she's going to go back to work, she'll find out she's pregnant again, and then she'll be benched. And that'll pretty much be the end of her career as she knows it at that moment in time, because it's not impossible to still work with two small children, but it's very hard when you have multiple children under 3 to do the things that you want to do because they need your attention. There's so many things that they need from you. So I would say that once she has this baby, she'll have the support of her family. She needs to be very careful that she doesn't pop right back up pregnant again, because it just feels like the energy of another child is on the heels of the first one. This first one isn't out yet, and it feels like the energy of the next child is going to slide right in behind. And I don't even see her having a problem with that because she wants a family. She wants multiple children, but she's got to think about her career and what her plan is. And if she does that, it's saying that she'll be sorry because this will be a burden to her security. Okay? And this is where she'll really be locked in to where she has to do what she's told and not what she wants to do. Now, I mean, if you cool with that, then by all means, hey, here's the relationship. 8 of Cups, walking away. Y'all, when it's all said and done, I don't see this staying locked in because he's already locked into where he is. He's having his cake and eating it too. So what's the point in marrying you when I'm already married and you're my girlfriend number 2, wife number 2? We're already locked in. We already have an understanding. I got her to understand that you ain't going nowhere. You understand she ain't going nowhere. It's some child. Who said I'm 33 and I'm still afraid of teen pregnancy? Baby, man, it's culture. Said these people be fumbling the bag bad. Child, the Sun and the Page of Pentacles. Sun can represent a baby announcement. Page of Pentacles can also represent new baby, new business, message coming out. So that shows me that the pregnancy is a part of the rollout to help her make money, because people are way more accepting of the rap girls having children and working. But it's not going to be as easy as she thinks to bounce back into working. 2 of Wands, especially not right now while hip-hop is flailing, because hip-hop is not where it used to be. And this is where these girls better understand. Before Nikki walks out and gives y'all the mic for good, y'all better make sure that y'all got a very, very good, firm grip on the ground, because when Nikki walks out, the energy is going to walk out with her. You got the Lovers. So, baby, this child is in heaven. It's like, I got my man, I got my baby. You can't tell her nothing different. But this is what she don't see on the other side. It's like 6 of Wands. We moving forward swiftly, valiantly. And then you got a 5 of Wands to a 5 of Swords. That's arguing and fighting. Trying to heal a situation, rectify a situation, arguing and fighting. Behind the scenes, okay, you and the Lover, the Wounded Warrior. She has no idea what she's walking into. This situation is about to become very, very controlling. She's gonna, Lord, heartbreak, work. So, she's trying to do this independent thing. The independent thing doesn't feel like it's working the way she wants to. She wants to show that she can make her own money. But this is all playing into this guy's hands. Because if her career is not working the way she needs it to work, he pretty much can call the shots. The Wounded Warrior. So as far as her career is concerned, it's like she may lose the battle, but she's worried about winning the war. Child, not, Lord, not you feel like you gonna go through all of this and when it's all said and done, y'all gonna get married. I'm not playing this game with you. I'm not playing this game with you, child. Okay. So she's gonna get out as much as she can when it comes to getting the message out about work and new music and everything that she can put out before this baby gets here, because this baby is going to be here at least by June. That's what it's looking like energetically. The baby is going to be here by June. Um, Depending on how active she is, the baby might come a little earlier in May, but it feels like the baby is supposed to get here by June. So she's going to do everything that she can do to get work out, to get her music out, to kind of like beat the streets and, you know, try to get everybody to get off into her project before she has this baby. But I do not see her, I don't see her getting the results that she wants to get. I just don't see it. So, you know, it's going to be more so for her um how she can redeem herself and bounce back after the baby is born. But I don't see the album doing too well. Um mm. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, she has her lane and she has her fans. She's made it to the top 100, but she doesn't stay long. But I will give her this. She doesn't. She usually does not go on the top 100 on Friday, Saturday, and end up falling off the charts by Tuesday, Wednesday. You know, that sounds more like one of her homegirls that gets in there for about 5 minutes and then gets put out. So she may not chart high, but when she charts, she tends to linger there for a moment. Y'all, my chair sounded like it was making noise. Said she is confirmed to be performing at the Essence Festival January, excuse me, where I get January? July the 3rd through the 5th. Okay, so 4th of July weekend. Oh, she right back to work. Oh, we. Why don't these girls sit their ass down after they had their babies? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna put it to you like this. There is no reason to be back to work when you claim you're a millionaire and you're driving Bentleys and Rolls Royce trucks. It's no reason for you to be back to work, traveling, getting on planes, sacrificing your health. Your your body is not ready. Why are you back doing all of that when you got poor women that have no family? They don't have the money to pay for babysitters, or they got to let somebody babysit and hope the state approve them to be a babysitter, and they don't want to go back to work, but they don't have a choice. Like, if you could walk around with Chanel and Birkin bags, why can you not plan for a good 6 to 8 weeks of maternity leave after you have a baby? Why can you not plan for 6 to 8 weeks of sitting your ass down and enjoying your baby, your bundle of joy? It's like, what's the point of having money if you got to run back and go to work? See, this right here shows you how much the man that you have in your baby by care about you. This shows you how much the man you're having your baby by cares about you. Because if that man has the means and that man can afford to take care of you and your baby, y'all baby, his baby, okay? Why can't he give you the push gift of all bills paid for 6 to 8 weeks, possibly up to 3 months. We talking about millionaires. It shouldn't even be a problem for you to sit down, get your rest, add a nanny come in and get the baby so that you can sleep while somebody take care of the baby. Why are you back out? What is it with this? And I don't want to stay on this too long, y'all. I'm gonna get off my soapbox in a minute. But what is it with this new toxic feminine culture where they want to be Wonder Woman, Superwoman, super stripper, everything you can think of, and you have a baby on Monday and I was back to work on Friday? Why is that something to be proud of, that you can't sit down and heal? I miss the old school when grandma would cuss you out for you and your baby being outside before the 6 weeks. Said maybe they all do DDG and try to return the jacket after you wore it at the video shoot. Said what I mean by not that rich, that she's signed a bad deal and she has a lot of things to pay, cars, home. They really can't afford it. And I definitely believe that can be a thing, but here's my thing. If the man that you're dealing with can put you in luxury cars, he can fly you out to meet him in places. He can for damn sure pay for whatever you need so that you can relax and heal after you have his baby. Okay, let me get you out of here, because you're not about to come over here and troll me with no damn financial products. Everyday men that work at a factory, they work at the post office, they work wherever they work. They do their best so that their woman can stay home with, their regular everyday income to do her maternity leave until she has no choice but to go home. So to go to work, excuse me. So if regular everyday men can say, baby, don't worry about it, I got it. You stay home and take care of the baby. What's the point of having a baby as a millionaire and you got to go right back to work? Because at the end of the day, having a baby in your 20s does not guarantee that you're automatically going to bounce back and that your insides are going to be ready for you to go out and perform. You're going to have a day where you be like, oh no, I feel absolutely great. And then guess what? You're going to test it. You're going to go too far and your body is going to say, I didn't tell you I was ready. And that's how you had those setbacks and you end up back in the hospital because your body was not ready. So especially if you have surgery already. Yes, because it takes years to heal from surgery, especially if you've had multiple surgeries, especially BBL surgery. BBL surgery, the body heals for years. So I seriously do not understand the toxic feminine mindset nowadays where you gotta be the man, the woman, everything. Like, where do you get to have the soft girl life? I thought you got to a certain point to where you ball like a man so that you can be soft and bougie and be able to do the things that people dream of that don't have your money. Okay, say I don't get it either, no benefits. I mean, it's kind of throwing me. Said my baby made sure all of my cravings were met because if he didn't, I turned into somebody he didn't want to know. once again, though, he was happy to be a part of the process and make sure that he could do whatever he had to do to make it a better experience for you and the baby. It just makes you think, you know, for the women who are watching me, whether you're here right now or in the replay, men show you how they feel. If a man's actions are leading you to do way more than you should be doing, that man is showing you how he feels. Would you say 21 cannot afford to take care of 2 households? I mean, I ain't counting his money because I don't know how it goes. All I know is, baby, your first child, not your third, your fourth, not, you know, I didn't have the hang of this, I had a few of them, but your first child, you back outside in a couple weeks. I mean, I just wish you well. I do. I wish you well. And take care of yourself. Said his real wife probably said, you better not show your face. So he showed his hand. Said, I'm very lucky to have my husband. I mean, men that really care about you, they're going to make sure that you're taken care of because you take care of their children. Said, yes, he was. Said he was always so excited when he came in with snacks that he thought I would want. Now, see, that sounds wonderful. Said she gonna perform. Said she gonna perform laying down. Not is she gonna perform laying down. I can't take it with y'all. I mean, seriously though, y'all. Real talk. You can literally cause your uterus to drop doing too much. You are not guaranteed that your body is going to automatically bounce back. Said it's in 22 years after our last born, he still takes care of me the same way. See, that's somebody who really cares. Said Beyonce did that pregnant laying on the chair. Child. Speaking of the Essence Festival, y'all, the Essence Festival allegedly is in trouble. They said down there to the Essence Festival, since it turned over to some other folks and not the folks who look like the people who started the Essence Festival, that they have been in debt and losing money and could possibly go out of business, honey. I said, say it ain't so. Not the damn Essence Festival has run its course. Y'all have been a staple to New Orleans for how many years? You can't tell me that you finally run the Essence Festival into the ground. You say, oh, not yeah, that's why Cardi is invited. Child. The Essence Festival hasn't been through half of the changes at BET, and it's not working. See, BET had been purchased by European people ages ago, even though it still was called Black Television Network, you know, Black Entertainment Television Network, whatever. Now you got the Essence Festival that's been owned by a white conglomerate for recently, just like maybe what, the last couple years? And hell, they haven't been able to balance the budget. So let's tap into the Essence Festival and see what's happening. Because we got people that just had a baby 10 minutes ago about to come out and perform. I didn't even know Cardi was on the ticket for the Essence Festival. You know, people just getting over being mad at the twerk down that Megan did because they said it wasn't classy. Yes, I've done a reading on Tamar Braxton. See, listen, this is how I know y'all don't go watch my deep dives that I put out during the rest of the week. I got almost what? It's around 700 videos. Y'all ain't watching them 700 videos? I've been around. I've been doing this for a minute. I promise you, some of the stuff y'all looking for, I've done it a while ago. My OGs know that it's stuff that's coming out right now that I predicted 2, 3 years ago. So have I covered Tamar? Mm-hmm. Yep. Sure have. So I do have a specific snack for them. You said, oh, I watch them? Child. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, Essence Festival. I had to pull it back in. Show me Essence Festival. Show me the future of the Essence Festival. The future of the Essence Festival. The future of the Essence Festival and the city of New Orleans. Essence Festival. What's happening with the Essence Festival? Strength. Ace of Wands. So it seems like the new management is aggressive and they're trying to get control of things. Why is that? They're heavy in their mind, heavy in their head. Yeah, it's a lot going on behind the scenes. What the hell is happening? Uh, Queen of Cups is like they're trying to follow their intuition on what they think great entertainment is, but it's not working. And you can't tell this person nothing. Whoever the emperor is, you can't tell them nothing. Ten of Cups. So this person possibly comes from a family of money or they got in this position because of family, but it's like you can't tell them nothing. And that's why it's a tower, because whatever they know what they know, and that's all they know. And boom, they're ruining the recipe to what built the company. Because the tower means the foundation is done, and that's Temperance. So they're trying to get balance through a new beginning. They're trying to turn the Essence Festival around, but it don't look like it's working. The Ten of Wands. They got all type of insurmountable burdens that they seem like they can't get from up under. The Hangman. They don't know how to move forward. They want to bring new things to light, fruition. The Empress. So at this point, y'all, it's like they're getting desperate on how they're going to move forward. The Sun, more things to come are going to be exposed. They're trying to find their recipe, their groove, their what's going to make them happy. The independent woman. Uh, it's something going on behind the scenes where the people running this don't even get along. Eight of Cups. More people are walking away from this. There's going to be more gossip about what goes on at the Essence Festival. Seven of Pentacles. They've invested a lot and they haven't received all of the yieldings from what they invested. They were supposed to receive large opportunities from the Essence Festival. So it's like they have to turn this around because too much is on the line. It's desperate at this point. This has to work. More people are leaving. It's starting to get toxic. So, oh, child. This is not looking good for the owners and who's running Essence Festival anymore. Five of Wands. There's a lot of fighting. Somebody is very pompous and they want to take all the credit, and they're trying to contain all of the gossip about what goes on. And there's one person it feels like that's holding this together as far as the media is concerned. But this is a person that they got to be careful because they will mess around and throw their ass under the bus, trying to be the good Samaritan. So for everyone here that don't know, if you watch Angel's videos, there's things she said 2 years ago that is just coming to fruition now. There are many, and not just a few coming. You'll be like, well, damn, thank you. That's what I said. My OGs know some of this stuff I predicted a very long time ago. So long that it took a minute for you to even think about it. It was like, wait a minute. Yeah, so it looks like it's kind of toxic behind the scenes over here at Essence, child. This is like an argument when somebody trying to figure out who put raisins in a potato salad. Yeah, they're trying to figure out how they're going to make money. Um, they're how we're going to create money, generate money, bring money into fruition. Everything is about money. What are people going to pay for? What do y'all actually watch? It seems like everything is hit or miss that they keep choosing. They're trying to get better sponsorship in, allegedly, because y'all know I be talking to gnomes out in the back, so you can't trust me. You know this is completely unreliable, allegedly. Oh, oh, Lord. This feel like old school Boondocks episode. It was like the chicken is your lunch, the orange is your healthcare plan. Oh, welcome to BET. Here is your boss, Deborah Leavell. Where did that just come from? Two. So you got the Two of Cups here under Temperance, and it's like they're working together, trying to get balance through a new beginning, to bring things into fruition. But they keep hitting stalemates, and it looks like they're gonna bring it to an end. They're gonna, it's like the festival every year is, it seems like it's causing a recession, allegedly. Yeah, it's Five of Pentacles, the bottom of the deck. I didn't even look there. Five of Pentacles is, baby, they not making no money. Yeah, the street performers are making more money than them. So, Angel, this is off topic, but can you please do a deep dive on Usher and Justin Bieber? Thanks in advance. Um, that could be done over the weekend. I ain't gonna get into that on here because that's, oh Lord. I might need to pre-cleanse before I tap into that one, because the last time I did Justin Bieber's tap in when they were pregnant and having a baby, Justin's energy was very heavy, and it just felt like I wanted to cry. So I could just imagine. Child, we gonna find out more truth about who's actually working together behind the scenes to put this uh Essence Festival together. I don't know what we gonna call it, y'all, because it's like folks ain't getting along. They're trying to figure out how to make more money. It's not making more money. They're trying to figure out how to entertain and make money out of black folks without talking to black folks, and it seems like that's the part that's not connected. So it's like they're being strategic, doing whatever they have to do to get the balance, and they're going for the people that are trending versus the people who actually shape and control and move the culture. So let's just say you have certain white artists that are considered blue-eyed soul. Okay? Some of these white folks, allegedly, that work down to the Essence Festival are not really privy to the idea of Blue Eyed Soul and why those people would connect with the crowd at the Essence Festival. They're looking at the current algorithm and not the history and the culture of the people. So it's not just about getting who's popular now. You got to get the people who mean something to the people who mean something to the culture. Like you can bring out a Robin Thicke, and that's Creole folks gonna just be like, oh well, hell, that makes sense. That's he just light skinned. He ain't really white. You bring out John B. John B has been ours for decades. Ain't no black folks giving John B back. Um, you know, Tina Marie, God bless her soul. She's not here anymore. We weren't giving Tina Marie back either. Bobby Caldwell, the things you do for love. We didn't even know he was black for a minute, and it's like we not giving his ass back. Like you could have brought those people out because they mean something to the culture of R&B. They mean something to the culture of the people who would buy the tickets. So these people don't understand the culture. They don't understand that when something means something to the culture, it ain't even all about if they're black or not. It's if they are a part of the culture. This group is not tapped into the culture at all. You say they can't have my dolly neither. So yeah. So we're gonna get more information on these people that work together. Eight of Pentacles behind the scenes. Y'all, it seems like folks are just not getting along because they're so hell bent on getting the money that they're missing the bigger picture. And this is why people are walking away from the Essence Festival, because it feels very gentrified. It feels very inauthentic. Um, I don't think some of these people are not even from the New Orleans, Louisiana area. So they don't understand the significance. Louisiana, okay, is a place to where whether you this complexion, or this complexion, you're Creole. They don't know anything about that. They don't understand nothing about there is a vibe, there is an energy attached to the culture and the ethnic group that is prominent there. They don't get it. They're only looking at the algorithm, and the algorithm is not matching the vibe and the energy because the Essence Fest is rooted in tradition and culture. They don't know nothing about the culture. So they definitely don't respect the traditions. You say get somebody from Louisiana on that damn board of directors. I think that's a great idea. Somebody from Louisiana should be on the board of directors, and it should be someone that is viable to the culture. It very well should be. It should be someone that's viable to the culture, because it's like they don't get it. They want to incorporate things that matter to them. It don't matter if it matter to you because you're not a part of the culture. Baby, let me tell you something. You say the Rachel Dolezal Fest, the way that Rachel Dolezal was getting that hair braided, I guarantee you, if she cleaned her greens, it ain't in the bathtub like Kamala. And Rachel Dolezal would have understood Blue Eyed Soul, and she would have known all our light skinned cousins, and she would have organized the shit out of that damn festival. Just don't let her fry the chicken, the fish, or the beignets, okay? We don't know if you that damn approve, but I guarantee you she would have known more about the culture. Would you say? Hold on. Tiana Taylor named Chief Curator of Essence Festival now. Um, now that's interesting, but I would say for Tiana, get your ass down there and talk to those natives. Don't just do stuff out of I'm from New York and I'm black and I think this is fly because it's different. Hey Joey, I ain't seen you in here all night. Say Rachel looked like my auntie Veronica, could have fooled me drunk. Listen, I got several people, a whole group of them in my family that could look like Rachel Dolezal. So Rachel, and that's another thing. If you're down there in Mississippi, Louisiana, you're in that area. They call them passers and quadroons and octoroons. There's plenty of folks that are people of color that look like Rachel Dolezal. So in Louisiana, you can roll the dice on that one and be fooled because you'll be shocked to find out who somebody really is. Oh, okay, you said you just got here. Say, yeah, that New York ish don't fly down there. Yep, in the boot. It sure doesn't. And it looks like even more people, here it is. You know, more people just like this is not it. I want out. People got to respect the culture of the places they go to. Everybody does something different, and you got to tap in with the people so that you are respectful of the people, the empress and the lovers. So it's like they're trying to bring this into fruition, get this going, but everybody's in two minds about how to do things. And there's a lot of conflict and communication about how to move forward to finally revamp the Essence Festival. But the biggest thing is, are you talking to the local people? Are you actually talking to the local artists, the local, labels, the local businesses? It's like it could all be so simple. It don't have to be this hard. You're in their neck of the woods. You need to talk to them. You need to see what it really means to be in that area and to do what it is that they do. So in the South, you say auntie. Everyone in the Midwest say aunt and pronounce it aunt. Yes, that's true. That is true. And if your country is hell, you say auntie and you just put them together. That is true. So y'all, I feel for everybody attached to the Essence Festival because it looked like it's on life support, child. And it's on life support because you got too many hands in the damn pot and nobody knows what the proper seasonings are. Y'all better get over there and talk to the people of the land and figure out how they really move, how they really live, and stop trying to change the way they move. New Orleans is what it is because it's different. It's the only place you're gonna go to in the face, as far as I know, on God's green earth, that's going to be like New Orleans. No other place I ever been to is like New Orleans. Said it's definitely auntie my way. Baby, and listen, if you real cool, it's TT. Like that's my TT. Cause little children, baby, they will fight you over their TT. TT is my other mama. So we call our aunts TD in New Orleans. It depends on where you come from. I want to say like you got I want to say like the Hispanic people I used to live around. They used to call their aunties they tias. Said I want to go visit so bad, but the spiritual energy is too much for me. It can be aggressive. It can definitely be aggressive. Yeah, I've heard that one for years. The Tia, and somehow, some way, I've been a combination of all of the above. But y'all, goodness gracious, I'm really sitting here just kind of devastated because I'm thinking back, like the Essence Festival, the NBA All-Star Game, those used to always be the places to go. We just saw the NBA All-Star Game empty for the very first time, and I'm not shocked about that. Um, the NBA All-Star Game used to, and I gotta say allegedly, but used to allegedly have more drug money attracted than any place in the United States because all the major players always showed up for major title boxing matches and the NBA playoffs. So when you got to that, you know, the All-Star game, baby, all the major players from all across the United States showed up, all the strippers. Like we're talking about before social media. Money everywhere. Like if you're in my age bracket, which I know a few of you are, men used to write their numbers on money. And I know for somebody that's probably going to watch this in the replay, or some of you that are of a certain age, that sounds kind of peculiar, but it was a regular thing. All you had to do was dress half decent, comb your hair, put on a little lip gloss, and walk to the store, and the D boys would write their numbers on money. And all you had to do was get that damn number off that money. Yes, it was $100 bill. Tiff, you better tell them. You better tell them the business. It was a C note. You had to get that number off that bill before you broke that bill at the store. Because let me tell you what happens when you break that bill at the store. You go back and say, oh my God, I forgot to get the number off this money. Know what happens? If nobody else was in the store, you lucky. They gonna go back in that register and give you the number off the money. But if the store is crowded, they gotta go back through the $100 bills. What's the last four digits? What's his name? You don't know his name? Okay, well I'm looking at 10 bills right here that got numbers on them. Give me something. You got to give me something. I don't want to give you the wrong number. That's how it used to be in the store. And then if you messed up and didn't get that number, it's okay. Walk your ass back outside because somebody else is about to write their number on some money too. That's called the 90s. Yes, I miss it very much. The 90s to the early 2000s where people treated $100 bills like Kleenex or bubblegum wrappers and they wrote their numbers on them. Nowadays, you got to do gymnastics for $40. I don't know which one of you heifers set the price that damn low. Y'all took it from getting $100 bills with your name and number on the $100 bill to $40 in paternity court. I am feeling disrespected, and it ain't even me that got the $40 and ended up at paternity court. Like, I don't get how none of this stuff move now. So didn't have to worry about a man unaliving you because you said no. It wasn't common, I'll tell you that. It was not common. Said chivalry is dead because everybody going for nothing. I ain't gonna say chivalry dead. She might be on life support. She might be. She might be on a ventilator. Said that that's $40 ain't even being put into your hand. I think some of them getting the $40 put in their hand, but I mean, think about it. You crack $100 bill and it feel like all you got is $20 left. So think about how it feel when you crack a $20 bill. You buy a pack of Annihilators and be like, God damn, I just had a $20 bill. It's gone. I bought some Annihilators, and did I even get gas? I don't remember. So I had to pray to God about these men. I told God I need a new batch, and these need a renewing if they might. Would you say $40 barely fill up your truck? I bet you it barely do. Because it usually, even if you got a fuel efficient truck, it usually takes $45 to $50 for the truck to say, okay, that's enough. I don't understand this. And y'all, think about it. Once again, those that are in my age group, let's say you page the person. Like, let's say this was their pager number and they call you back. Like, you would get invited out. You, your friends, your cousins, and your cousins' friends would get invited out to meet him, his mans and them, and his mans and them cousins. And y'all meet up to eat and hang out and have a good damn time. And somewhere halfway through dinner, you realize that you don't even know his name for real. And y'all been sitting here kicking it, having a good time, eating. And him and his people have paid for everything. You came out of nothing. Absolutely nothing. And there is no pressure to do nothing strange in the parking lot or meet them next week to do nothing that you can't tell nobody you did. You literally could go out, enjoy each other's company, have a good time, laugh, smile, be entertained, and go home. And the gangsters used to dance. You say $20 is a Chipotle bowl. It ain't gonna be my Chipotle bowl because I'm gonna put some extras in there. They're gonna be like, why is it so heavy? How did your Chipotle bowl get to $35? Like, I really feel bad for this generation because they really think they gotta do the most. Nobody told them men do everything for women that they work for. And I'm not telling you to be obnoxiously difficult, okay? I'm just saying have some standards. Yes, $2 extra meat. He said double meet me, please. See, it ain't just me. He said nobody telling your business. Right. Right. Men didn't even like discussing things like that back then because it was considered feminine. Said I met my husband on one of those types of dates, went with my friends to dinner, and her date brought his friend. See? Look at how wonderful life was. Said I missed the honey chicken. They play too much. Y'all are funny. He said, man, let's talk about it. Y'all, when I tell you, I have met some of the coolest guys that I have ever known just on those random, hey, let's hang out. And I've never been against buying a round of drinks because my drinks are expensive. Like, you drink scotch and bourbon, you're not drinking cheap. So I want a double shot on 1 cube of ice. My one drink might be 3 or 4 of his. So if I buy him a round of drinks, it ain't no big deal to me because I probably got a drink that's ultra premium. But here's the part about it that makes it funny. That one time that I bought a round of drinks, 10 years later, I have still not paid for another round of drinks because that man was so shocked that I bought a round of drinks that I am like some kind of dinosaur that he parades around. Was like, yeah, we met and she bought me a drink. And it wasn't even a cheap one either. She let me get what I wanted. And for some reason, it's like the craziest thing ever because I'm realizing that men are really deprived, and some of you men got low self-esteem because y'all talk about these $40 girls and y'all need to be at least getting 45. I mean, think about how much money you spend when you leave her house and she ain't make you nothing to eat. You ain't get a sandwich. You ain't get a Lunchable. Now you got to go get some wood. You got to go get some gas. And then your ass is hungry because you done did the best work of your life and did a dismount. So now you in the drive-through. You just spent $60, $70 leaving her house. See how $45 would have helped you? Said, would you say laughing my ass off? The way Blueface was feeling when Natalie took him shopping. Said most men haven't been treated well, honestly. That's the sad part. That is the sad part. And what's even sadder is you got a huge group of women that have no idea that they're toxic. We're not talking about the ones that are comfortable being toxic. Like, okay, and what you gonna do about it? I got a bad attitude and he still like it. Like, you have women that really don't know that they're toxic. If y'all knew how many men out here will tell you in a heartbeat, these women will do all types of late night after dark things to them, but won't make them a home cooked meal. That is the craziest thing that I've ever heard. Like, I will feed you so great and will never give you no cookies at all. You'll be having oxtails and peas and rice and smothered chicken and eating to your heart's content and you fall asleep. You ain't getting none though. You said you're right, Angel. Toxic women are dangerous. They are. They're dangerous to women and men. So I treated a lot of men well and they played me. Baby, that's their loss because I guarantee you the next chick didn't make them a damn peanut butter sandwich or she tried to cook and couldn't. And they thought about you. Said, plus you have to treat men right. They really don't want much. A man who really, really likes you is not looking for you to do anything outside of, pull your own weight. And that's not even saying pay bills. Unfortunately, pull your own weight is being able to have a decent conversation, encourage that man, make sure that he feels comfortable. And every once in a while, maybe 2-3 times a week, make him something to eat. I have no understanding why that's such a hard thing. See, listen, I have a FUPA, which means I have literally cooked enough for me and 10 people for years. So it's not a big deal for me to make dinner or, you want a cake, on the weekend after dinner. Like, that's not a big deal for me because I was hungry anyway and you just happened to be here. So look at God. So for me, it's just like, damn, that man work hard, pay all the bills, And then you talk crazy to him when he want a home cooked meal. Girl, is you crazy? You crazy? Are you serious? Bills are paid and this man sitting up here eating a damn TV dinner? Shit, you trying to make him cheat. You gonna be down the street with Brenda because she done made meatloaf and mashed potatoes. He didn't even mean to cheat. He was hungry. His sugar was low. And gave your man away for a meatloaf dinner. And Brenda is nice. And now he done ended up falling for Brenda by mistake because she was nice and she made him meatloaf and he been hungry for 3 days. And he down there happy as hell playing PlayStation, won't go nowhere because she gonna cook and leave his ass the hell alone and she has a decent conversation. It's really not that damn hard. So it seems simple to me. It's simple if you are respectful and you care. A lot of people are not respectful. They go into a situation trying to get what only works for them. Relationships don't work that way. If you're going into a relationship only looking for what you're going to get out of it, you're going to be miserable. It's going to backfire. It's got to work for both parties. And two people that work together sound like a great combination to me. Said most of them don't even have pots, but can tell all the hot clubs. The ones who got pots, some of those pots ain't worth cooking no real meals in, and they don't know that, but at least they tried. So we got to start them somewhere. You said my dad's favorite meal was meatloaf and mashed potatoes. We lost him last year. Oh, God bless you and Heavenly Father. Embrace her father. Said the problem is some people would not even be able to sustain restaurants. Would not be able to be sustained if restaurants didn't exist. Like, can you cook for yourself at least, baby? And it's really simple. It's not that hard. Nobody is expecting you to make these cordon bleu type meals, especially, back to back. Just can you do the decent stuff? Please don't only know how to make Alfredo, chicken nuggets, spaghetti and fried chicken. Like, you gotta diversify, because at the end of the day, dating is really auditioning for marriage. That's all it is. So you gotta think about, can she skillfully take care of your children? Because certain qualities she should have if you're going to consider her to be a wife and a mother. And same difference with a husband and a father. Certain qualities you need to have. Said them people got parasites eating Mama Tina gumbo. Baby, they said, listen, when they got to reading off the fanciness of the illness, I said, wait a minute, is that a designer stomach bug these people got? Not, you had to take all of these tests and they had to send it off to the lab at the hospital and possibly the CDC. So they're well respected. If you try, just at least make the effort. Yeah, I mean, at least try. And get you one signature dish. Get you one thing that you can make that is your thing. One thing. If you don't do nothing else, get you one thing. Okay, I may not be the best at cooking dinner, but I can bake, or I can make the best pot roast, or my pork chops, and I don't know, spiced apple slices. Get you one dish that is your iconic signature dish. Said they were reading the scientific name of the bugs, sounding like designer names. I'm telling you, it was some of those things that they were reading. I thought that they were coming down the runway. I said, I ain't never heard of that one before. That is, ooh, that's got to be bad. She got some shit that's straight out of sci-fi. As a child, you could tell. Wait a minute, what you say? Said if you can read and follow directions, you can cook. Believe it or not, some people can read directions and still can't cook. I've seen it. It is the weirdest thing. Hey, Brianna. Said my mom taught me how to cook and can make pickles and jam. Said you're right, Angel. It's not hard. Nah, I can't make gumbo. But I bet you if somebody taught you, you could learn how to make gumbo and it would not take you 16 to 18 hours. I guarantee you, nobody will ever teach you how to make a 16 to 18-hour gumbo. It don't exist. Said I feel like cooking has a language, and if you don't know the language, you really can't cook. I can understand that. What you say? Not coming down the runway. I'm telling you, some of those damn names of the parasites sound like they sachet. Like that ain't no regular parasite. That parasite wear Gucci. That's an expensive parasite. So with cooking, you have to have the energy and believe you can do it. I'm gonna say start small. You know, get you some cookbooks or find you some channels on YouTube and just start small. It's a journey. You know, you're not gonna learn how to cook everything right away. But take your time, find small recipes, conquer those, and then once you get to the bigger recipes, you're going to find out that recipe can lead to maybe 5 to 10 more recipes. So if you have to cook gumbo for 14 to 16 hours, it's always spoiled. Child, if it got to cook for 14 to 16 hours, you cook the bison. What the hell need to cook for 14 to 16 hours and it ain't in the smoker either? Like, I ain't met not one person ever cooked a gumbo that took almost 2 days. So I made chicken soup today for dinner, and I'm not the best cook, and I'm nowhere near my mother's Jamaican lady can throw down. Shout out to Mom. Said a lot of people was really sick, plus treated the people nasty. Well, according to the gumbo, when I talked to the gumbo, when I pulled those cards on Wednesday, child, the gumbo had an attitude, and I had to tell her about herself. Like, not and you had the nerve to be nasty with your disposition, child. Yeah, 16 to 18 hours. Like you, that's like 3 rump roasts. What the hell are you cooking that take that long? Is no smoker involved? Like, is the stove on? Are you cooking the gumbo with a light bulb? Like, why the hell is it taking so damn long? Now, the longest thing it take to making the gumbo really is the root. Because a lot of the stuff is done within an hour. Right. Come on, Siren. You better tell them not even oxtails take that long to cook. And we're talking about oxtails cooked the old school way in an old school, you know, cast iron pot or pressure cooker. Not the pressure cookers that we got now that's digital. Like the one that go on the stove where you got to turn it and twist it and stand back so when the steam come out you don't burn yourself. You said she cooked it with a candle. Oh, I'm screaming. Now she cooked it with a damn candle. Said the sassy gumbo. So, Angel, you had me at work laughing so loud Wednesday when you read the gumbo. So you let it, yes, you have to let it cool down before you put it up. You got to do that with beans, even though beans slow cook. Shout out to me because I made me a pot of northern beans and rice yesterday with some cornbread and some fried chicken. Child, oh my gosh. Said right, because you got to stand there and stir so it don't burn. Right. And it's like once you add the stock to the roux, because you got to add your stock and you got to add your filet. That's the most complicated part of making gumbo. Everything else, you should have already, simmered the Holy Trinity. Your meat should have already, if either you put your meat out on the grill or the smoker and brought it in and put it in the gumbo, or you cook, you pan seared your meat and then put it in, and then your shrimp, like your seafood, that always go in last, because shrimp only take 5 to 10 minutes max in that hot ass pot of gumbo to cook. You don't put shrimp in there and let shrimp just cook and cook and cook and cook. Shrimp always go in there last. Would you say, damn, I need a plate? Yeah, shrimp goes in there last, like crab goes in there last. Because if you overcook your crab, it's going to be rubbery. You can't pop the crab leg. Let me see what you look like, talking about them eyebrows. Oh, that's right. You got a fake looking picture for your avatar. We don't even know what you look like. Says some people sick from Tina's gumbo. Seriously, some of those people will have parasites that will make them sick for years. By the time these lawsuits are done, they will be in the red. I did say I saw some people possibly going after her for legal action because they're sicker than they appear to be, but doggone it. I didn't expect to see, the signer, seafood fleas. Said as soon as she said 16 hours, I was like, something is terribly wrong. Don't go eat that. Child, you said the shrimp texture of Michelin tires. That, or they just, depending on how low they cook, they're either going to be very, very chewy like clams, like rubber bands, or they're going to feel like they dissolved. It's just not, it's not going to hit the palate right. You're going to taste them like, no, no, who did this? Make sure they don't do this next year. The was y'all, that's the part of my mind I couldn't get out. I said 16 to 18 hours. Like, did you put the flour out on the damn smoker with the brisket and let the flour get smoke flavor for like 10 hours? What the hell was you doing for 16 to 18 hours? 14 to 16 hours, all whatever hours you was using. What were you doing? Cause ain't no way. Ain't no way. The chicken could have literally unalived himself, put itself in the marinade, pulled off all of its damn plucks and plues, and woke you up in the morning and said, it's time to cook me, child. Right. That's right. She did cook all the nutrients out. And speaking of nutrients, where was her Holy Trinity and where was her okra? Because I promise you, I ain't see none of that. I ain't even see the stuff that people do that don't know that they ain't supposed to do it. Like, you see tomatoes bopping and floating through. Like, who the hell put tomatoes in the gumbo? Like, I didn't even see the tomatoes in the gumbo that wasn't supposed to be in there. Like, it was just, I don't know. It just looked like gravy, rice, and extremely shredded chicken. One slice of beef sausage, because you ain't gonna get no more than 1.5 pieces of sausage, and then you spend $2 and you get 3 shrimp. Okay, so I wasn't the only one that saw that. Said there were no vegetables. I didn't see any. I wanted to be sure. Said chicken cooked 16 hours sounds too tough to me. No, chicken cooks. Now it depends on your temperature. A chicken that cooked for 16 hours is the reason why that chicken is shredded and look like some sewing thread. Cause you not gonna cook no chicken down to go on no gumbo to look like it's supposed to be pulled chicken to go on burrito meat. I think she got her recipes. No, it was sure wasn't no bay leaf. I think she got her recipes misconstrued because it 16 to 18 hours, like you was making burrito meat. And see, burrito takes a long time to cook because they pick the toughest piece of meat, like the damn cow shoulder and like bison ass, and they cook it until it finally just give up and break down and shred. So I think that's what she did. She was making burrito and then said, well, damn, we can't sell burrito in Texas because we not Mexican. Well, what's similar to Mexican food? Nothing. Put some filet in it. It's gumbo now. And that's how they got their gumbo, allegedly. That's the story that I'm willing to believe, that they started off making burrito chicken tacos. And they told her that that wasn't going to work, and she switched it. That's what I want to believe. He said, love, love, love me some burrito. But I made that one day and could not keep it in my house. Baby, once you make it, it's, listen, if you cater and you make burrito, people are crazy about burrito tacos. People will wake you up at 7 o'clock in the morning, like, is the tacos up? Which, get off my phone. Why do you want a taco this early? Said the consomme, consomme and shrimp tail. That's what that damn chicken was in. It was in beef consomme with shrimp tails. Not the chicken was in beef consomme. And that don't even look like consomme, because consomme consomme still got a reddish hue to it. Like you took paprika's little cousin, because you got to cook down at least 2 to 3 different Mexican peppers and then add some cardamom. And then if you don't have any cardamom, you got to add a cinnamon stick, and you still need a bay leaf. She was making burrito and decided to switch it, y'all. I believe that's what happened. Can't tell me no different at this point. Look in that cup of gumbo and tell me that ain't no burrito chicken meat. Instead of passing out damn crackers, she need to pass out some damn heated tortillas. It would make more sense. You selling Cajun burrito and then drug half of Texas to the damn infirmary. Put you some damn rice noodles in there and call it yakami. Put an egg on the side and some rice noodles and call it yakami. Because that show as hell ain't gumbo. Child said after the reviews is shut down, who would stupidly want to go try it? People that still want to say that they connected to Beyonce and her mama. Said that gumbo more spoiled than a toddler. Oh, ooh, said Maria, too pretty and full of life looking to be compared to that. That looked like roadkill soup. To all our Mexican cousins, she is absolutely correct. I apologize to the Berea community. I did not mean to insult Berea because I literally just had a Berea pizza the other day and it was beautiful. I enjoyed That, some damn tamales, some chalupas, and something else that I want to say elotes. Yes, yes. You're absolutely right. That is a letdown to the Berea community. I apologize. I did not mean to insult all of the people who really do cook their food for 6 to 18 hours because they had to buy the toughest meat they had available because it was more affordable, and that's how they make Berea. Um, but y'all got to understand. Look at that so-called broth, au jus slash roux that she had in that cup, and tell me that that's not the same color of mole. Anybody ever seen mole sauce? Or ever seen how they cook Berea when they might add a tad bit of, dark chocolate? That don't look like mole to y'all? Mole beef broth? Is somebody else gonna be dumb enough to take their ass back over there, y'all? And does she have any sides? You charging all that damn money for that gumbo? Like, but you know what? She don't need none. Cause imagine what they would do to peach cobbler. Like if they fuck up peach cobbler, oh my God, it would possibly be a riot. To laugh my ass off, man. This gumbo could tickle me to the new year. Holy moly, don't shop, hold the flies. Woo! Oh, so no, it's just her and two crop. Sit aside as a pic with her. Oh my God. Sit Would you say I don't know what's worse, that hairline or your eyebrows? What's worse is your daddy didn't swallow you. There's your answer for that one. Bet you didn't think I was going to read your comment and comment back. You're welcome. Say they lined up just to get disrespected and rushed to the hospital. Child. Oh, Lord. I really do need to apologize to Berea because I ain't never seen a pile up at the emergency room from Berea. Berea can cook for 3 days and ain't going to put nobody in the infirmary. Whoo, whoo, hey, what'd you say? Hey, wifey, hey. Where you been? You late? You working? Would you say I needed that smile? The swamp water, child. That's probably how they got all them exotic ass seafood fleas in that soup. So I know, just park for the night. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Oh, you all mine? Oh, thank you. Said I just know her family is embarrassed. Her family should have been embarrassed when somebody said that they make the ice water. Said I know all of the ER rooms out there, so mad at her. Ooh, see, not sewer water and seafood essence. Child. Oh, not under the sea. Not Sebastian gave it 4 claws down. Goodness gracious. The restaurant is trash. The outbreak soup. Child, it's just, you wealthy, allegedly. Because we don't know. I'm just assuming that you got money. You're wealthy. Your son-in-law and daughter are supposed to be worth billions. Why are you out here playing in food and harming people? Allegedly. You just literally served all of the pandemic 19 in what, 2 stock pots? You are serving biological and seasoning warfare. That don't make no sense. I said population control. Ooh, now you know it's bad when they say your gumbo is population control. Not it's gonna stop people from reproducing, child. Ooh, goodness gracious. Good night to you. It says seasoning warfare is Shio. What'd you say? She on DoorDash. Oh my God. Get that off of DoorDash. That is horrible. So the family recipes are filling, the clothing line, the whiskey, and the brown water soup. So it's the roux. You messed that up, it's over. You are absolutely right. The roux is the foundation. You doing gumbo, etouffee, things like that. If you start the foundation off wrong, the whole meal is over. You throw it out. Said, notice Latoya sniffed it, she ain't bite. I didn't see the video with her and Latoya Luckett. Latoya is a genius. Would you say Rock Nation will crumble? So you better off eating Indian street food before the gumbo. Shoot. Now they got Erica Banks doing good gumbo reviews. Coco, listen. Go back to Wednesday, and I guarantee you when I read the gumbo, I said, do not be surprised if it starts to feel like an onslaught of positive reviews pop up because they could possibly allegedly be hired to do so. So you put the shrimp in last 30 minutes. That's right. I just said that. Like the shrimp are the very last thing to go in gumbo. And even with the crab legs, you don't want the crab legs to cook but for so long because the shells start to get warped and rubbery. Now if you really want to cheat, then you gonna cut your crab legs before they go in that damn pot. And then when you cook your gumbo, you ain't got to worry about using no cracker. They already split. Yeah, you got to start over. The whole meal is done. Your roux messed up, your meal is done. You put that food in that messed up roux. You just messed up all the groceries. Said Mr. Krabs turned into Stretch Armstrong. Yeah, because they get warped. They literally start bending. It won't snap, it won't pop. But I would suggest if you gonna make gumbo and put some crab legs in there, split your crab legs before they go in there. You could get you a box cutter, just split your crab legs. It will save you and your guests so much trouble, and you don't have to worry about buying crab splitters for people to crack the crabs open or get scissors to crack the crabs open because people steal them things and you never get them back. So pre-crack your crab legs so you ain't got to worry about the shells, being all over the table and people stealing your crab crackers. Said, I watched the whole thing. You're absolutely right. Said, Erica says, Henny might have followed, but I'm here and ready. Baby, Erica got legal troubles. Ain't no telling what they trying to help her with allegedly if she go down there and pretend like she ain't going to faint 2 minutes after she eat that gumbo, child. I might just go sit in jail for the weekend before I eat that gumbo. I ain't going to even lie to you. It's like it ain't that bad in here. Because, I mean, seriously, people getting sick and they sick for over a week. That means you could have died. I'll pass. Said we mainly, yes, blue crabs. Said not the way Miss Banks been dragging them for 4 years. Listen, After that last pulling over and arrest, Miss Banks got to make whatever shake. So I don't trust her damn review. She 2 seconds away from going to jail if she don't pay her probation officer. She gonna tell me anything to keep from going back to jail. Said I worry about people having crab shells mixed in the stew broth that almost made people choke. Yes, that too. That too. It's a method to the madness. I just say go ahead and crack your crab shell. So, most people ain't gonna want to go through the work of actually removing the crab from the shells and putting it in there. Only a few people would do that. If you remove the crab from the crab shell, don't add it into the gumbo into the last second with the shrimp. Yeah, sometimes we usually use blue crab. Said Mama Tina, gumbo is the new Ozempic. They losing 40 pounds in a week. I am done. Said the prisoners in jail wouldn't touch that gumbo. They might that first day, but you might have a few less prisoners that second day. Like it's about 30 of them had some gumbo yesterday. We only got 10 folks left today. Like, no, thank you. That gumbo is the equalizer. Said I saw a couple of people with bay leaves in their gumbo. You're supposed to take that out. She probably put the bay leaves in there because we said we didn't see them. But you're right. Bay leaves are only supposed to cook for a certain amount of time and then they come out. Said now all those people got to miss work for about 2 weeks. Right. 2 weeks, shit, that's a long time when you think about you got bills coming in. 2 weeks can make or break paying the rent. So when you think about that, y'all, that's more reason for people to sue. Not mop bucket stew. Lord have mercy. I feel like I need to just have a shot of tequila to kill whatever it was that they ate. Like, no ma'am. Said a cash grab turned into a lawsuit. Allegedly. It feel that way, don't it? It definitely feel that way. She'd have been better off doing a beignet stand. Make some beignets. Beignets make sense for a festival. You got this fried dough. You sprinkle this sugar on top. They taste delicious. They airy. They cute on your stomach. Beignets don't betray you and do backflips and have you laid out across the parking lot like a crime scene. You can eat some beignets and go drink. So she talked about her amazing gumbo since Beyonce was in Destiny Child. Why is it so bad? Here's what I don't understand. When y'all talk about all the stuff y'all had to do at the beginning of Destiny Child, why didn't you sell gumbo when you was getting the girls discovered? And that could have been a part of your story. Like, I was selling that gumbo to make money to get the girls' costume. Everybody grown as hell now. The children got children, and the children who got children got all these rehearsals and practices. Destiny children are now about to look at having children and grandchildren. It ain't no sense of coming out making no gumbo now. Not to sell unless you gon' like, if I expect to spend $25 and above for gumbo, I want to be sitting at a table with one of those deep dish bowls, okay? Where the rice is at the center of the bowl, the gumbo is around the bowl, and you got some really good, like French bread and butter before the gumbo come out. And see, my greedy ass, I want me a blue crab po' boy, and then if they don't have a blue crab po' boy, okay, I settle for a shrimp po' boy. And there's so many other things that I want as well. Yes, hungry ass, I am. Yes, yes. Help my addiction to groceries. It's other things that I want to have, but I want a sit down experience. $25 for a bowl of gumbo, and you gonna give it to me and it would look like a little yogurt cup, and I'm gonna get, a third of the ingredients. Oh, y'all, look. I'm talking about the swamp water, and look, I got the trolls that rolled up on me. They windmilling, trying to protect the damn uh, stone soup. They said, "Don't you talk about our stone soup with shrimp tails and asses in it? It ain't no real shrimp. It's just shrimp tails, allegedly, until people told." He said, "Angel, stop giving Tina's our cuisines. Let Tina sell her Houston cuisine. She already messed up our gumbo." Listen, I looked at that cup. I said, "I know all of Louisiana is mad. They got to be. They mad. They got to be." Y'all, it's so many other things she could have sold. She could have sold some muffaletta sandwiches. That I don't eat pork, so I can't eat that sandwich. But that muffaletta sandwich with that thick, crusty bread, if you eat pork, that's a good damn sandwich. It's other things that are Louisiana specialties that she could have sold. Shit, a fried oyster po' boy, fried shrimp po' boy. Like, po' boys are quick and easy to make, and ain't gonna turn on your stomach. Said, "I'm sorry, but Mama Tina reminds me of Rumpelstiltskin." Not Rumpelstiltskin, Lord. So only her grandson we get to see, rated a 7, is supposed to be his dad's gumbo. So somebody on TikTok posted her empty booth the day it reopened. It ought to be empty. Thank God somebody got some common sense. People want to live. Don't you take your ass over there. You eat it first. Is it safe? Let me see you eat it. Y'all, Tina ain't eating it. I don't want it. Your gumbo body safe as a damn McDonald's shake machine. That's a little stand of horrors. Oh, 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 Jesus. Ooh, I bet you this the last year they gonna let her ass cook anything. They gonna like, "Don't you come outside and cook shit. You not allowed to make nothing." Child. You said, "No, ma'am, let Tina stick to Houston," and pissed him off. Said it's not Jules' dad gumbo. It's Solange's second ex-husband from Louisiana. Oh, the bald one that looked like a light-skinned Isaac Hayes. I know good and damn well y'all ain't come together to do it wrong. It took two of y'all to come together and to make it wrong. We need to press charges on everybody that is involved. He cannot be a Louisiana animal and help to make that wrong. You're not gonna tell me that you have multiple people from Louisiana put their foot in this pot and give us nothing more than athlete's foot with some damn lemon zest and shrimp tails. You can't tell me that man helped her to make that beef succotash. That chicken and beef bouillon goulash. Nope, I take that back, because goulash got tomatoes and vegetables in it. It was no vegetables. I see why Solange divorced you now. You probably made her that damn gumbo and she said, "That's it, that's enough, I'm leaving." You gonna make Solange catch you on the elevator, ex-husband. Tina, why do you keep collecting son-in-laws like infinity stones? I just thought about that. Because she didn't treat the first husband worth a damn as far as I'm concerned. Why she keep holding on to these damn son-in-laws? So Mama Tina says she added her own special seasoning to the gumbo. She did, just like Salt Bae. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Done. She did the ditty. She put the take that in the pot. And she don't know what else was in there. Allegedly. 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 She did the puffy. Take that. Take that. Ah, oh my God. Stop it. Oh. Oh God. Whew. You said, Angel, the veggies are on most wanted list. Not the veggies are on the most wanted list. Not they on the wall at the post office. Said, I wonder if Diddy ever had gumbo, had the gumbo. I bet you he had real gumbo. That was not it for sure. That shit looked like the dish tank at the end of the night on Saturday when you wash all your dishes during the rush. This said that should be classified as assault. Child. Said the veggies are with Dr. Little. They took off and ran. We ain't gonna never see him again. Not they went with Dr. Little. Said Solange need to step to the front of the congregation. She the only sensible one in the family. I think I agree on that. Said the gumbo god is striking stomachs down as we speak. I hope not. I hope everybody said enough is enough and they done. So Tina lied about that combo. Ain't no way in the world he gave that recipe. Shit, we sell seafood stock in ruined jars. Baby, you ain't got to tell me. I said you ain't gonna explain to me that a Louisiana animal sat up there with you and helped you create this monstrosity. I refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe it. Them folks down there to the bayou, by way of whatever she is doing in Texas, would be way safer with some of them damn the Voodoo Ranger chips. Sell some potato chips. Don't. Let me show y'all the chips. For those of y'all that don't know the chips I'm talking about, the crawdad chips, the voodoo chips. Let me show you the chips she's safer selling than the gumbo. Here they go. Hold on. They some of my favorite chips. Trying to show a bigger bag. Hold on. Yeah, sell some Zaps. Sell you some Zaps. Sell you some of these. Yes, it's going to be way safer if you just sell you some Zaps. Don't sell no more gumbo. Sell some Zaps. Cause you and that damn Aya Newt and 3 hoofs of a unicorn is not helping. Okay? You not helping at all. Don't your help hurts. Said the voodoo the flavor preferred. Said Mama Tina should have sold some roasted or boiled peanuts. Baby, peanuts, if you don't roast them and boil them right, will have your stomach popping like popcorn. You got to cook peanuts until they no longer green and they are fully cooked through, because you will be gassy and thinking you're having a heart attack in this damn peanuts. Says she probably the only one that thinks her food, but never said It's really bad, Mom. Well, I mean, her daughter said that she's an outstanding, amazing cook, and she said that when her mama cooks, she makes the ice, she makes the ice water. I thought I was tripping when I heard that, but her daughter also says that she can't cook at all, and catastrophes happen when she's in the kitchen. So maybe that poor baby has never had a really great meal and she just didn't know it until she got to a certain age and money kicked in and she could go places on her own. I don't know. Maybe Tina got other things that she cooked well and we just haven't seen them yet. But gumbo is like, her gumbo looked like if I saw three homeless people in an alley and they had a barrel and they were burning that barrel for heat and they got a little pot over the barrel. I would probably trust whatever they got in that alley before I eat her gumbo, and I don't want to be in the alley at all. Said my mother-in-law wanted to fight me over us taking her to a restaurant that had a drink called Voodoo. Damn. Said Leon asked you to, baby, Leon. I'm not paying him no mind for a reason. Said I told her ass, why are you looking at the drinks when you don't drink? It wouldn't have bothered you. That's a good damn statement because that's true. If you don't drink, why are you looking at the drink menu? That listen, drinking is of the devil. They wanted you to know that that was the devil's brew. Not put the drink menu down. Ooh wee, shoot. Somebody make me a hand grenade. I wanna walk around with that tall glass so I can sanitize my stomach and get this energy of her non that don't y'all, real talk, that don't even look Creole. It really don't. Her her gumbo don't look Creole. Like, you got people that think they make gumbo because they put a bunch of seafood boil seasoning into their pot, and the flavor will be good for the juice that's on it. But when you ask them what they put in the roux, they don't know what you're talking about, and it's like, baby, this ain't gumbo. You didn't put a roux in there. There is no sassafras. That this is a seafood boil. You just didn't put the bag on it. Hers is none of the above. But y'all, I'm gonna get out of here and let's see. I gotta take care of a few clients early, and then I'm gonna put out some content. Said it wasn't gumbo, it was sumbo. Baby, it was slappo. Because that shit, it went exactly where it was supposed to go when the health department came. In the trash. It went to a landfill near you. And it literally desecrated the landfill. Because it's an ant over there in the landfill. Like, I didn't do nothing to deserve this. I need to go to the ant hospital. Something over here has slid into this little ant hill that I live in and killed all of my cousins. So, child. Mm-mm. Said he clinging to life. Woo! Woo, child. Hold on. Lord, I gotta take my earrings off and let my earlobes rest on that one. Not the ant is clasping for dear life at the landfill. I am done. If Mama Tina ever see this, she gonna be trying to light a candle. Like, you, this the last time you gonna speak on me like this in my gumbo. I can't take it no more. Ma'am, I am one of millions that saw that cup and said, I know you lying. I know you lying. Ain't nobody do nothing that mean to you down there to the rodeo for you to be serving something that should have come with Imodium AD as the appetizer. But until next time, y'all, everybody have a wonderful evening. Stay away from that gumbo at the rodeo. And this has been Allegedly Fridays, where all things said are for entertainment purposes only and are allegedly. Y'all have a wonderful evening. I appreciate every last one of you. Be safe. And y'all, say goodbye to Mercury. Look at her. Look at her. Tell her, get your ass on, Mercury. Look at how you left us back here, Mercury. You just showed your whole entire ass, Mercury. Yes, tell Mercury to get the hell on. This is her last day with all of this shenanigans with us, y'all. We get to go full throttle. Your appliances finally will work the way they're supposed to work. Stuff will stop glitching. Your phone will do whatever it's supposed to do. You know, you won't be sending texts to the wrong people. Yes, Mercury, get your ass out of here. So, y'all, you said give your energy back. Me too. I will see y'all later. If I got some extra time, everybody that's in my membership, I'm going to try to pop up on y'all and do a membership sometime this weekend. So I don't know what time I'm going to do it. I'm telling you in advance, it's a pop up. You'll see me when you see me. Everybody else, have a great night. New people, welcome to membership. And until next time, bye-bye. So y'all need to read the new Duggar child arrest. Oh, child. That sounds heavy. Okay, I'm gonna read Afroman's court case again because that's gonna make me laugh. And for those of y'all that don't know what I'm talking about, look up the rapper performer Afroman and read his case between him and the police suing him for making music about them illegally breaking into his home. They just settled the case. The police lost, and it is hilarious, y'all. The case didn't even feel like I was looking at a real case. I laugh. I want to say probably 2/3 of going through the information. But good night, y'all.